Hello, how are you all? I hope you're well. Okay, before we get started, I'm really sorry. I know this is why you're not here, but I've lived in LA for the past 5 years. I'm staying in Virginia temporarily. It's October 1st, and you can feel fall coming, and it feels so amazing. When you live in LA for so long, you don't know what it's like to change seasons. And when it goes from summer to fall or winter to spring, those are my favorite season changes. And I have not felt one of those in 5 years. And I love it. I'm so happy. I feel like I was just born or something. You could feel it yesterday and you could feel it today. Oh my gosh, I'm going to the park later. I love this. It's weird. You just have the same weather over and over and over again in Los Angeles, and it's nice. I know we were talking about this last night on the live stream. It's really nice, but it's like Groundhog Day. I love this. I love it. I'm so happy. I'm very happy. And Tom MacDonald has a new song out, and that also makes me happy. And I have a feeling this might be a heavy one. I don't know, because earlier this week, he put out a tweet. And it said that he was thinking about releasing this about 3 times and did it. And then he was like, I'm just going to do it. Which I don't think I've seen him tweet something like that before. If you're newer to my channel, if you're newer to Tom MacDonald, the reason we listen to Tom all the time on this channel and I react to his songs is because he talks a lot. A lot of the things he talks about in his songs are what we talk about on this channel. He has a song called Propaganda, No Lives Matter, Clown World, Dummies, basically calling out the media, calling out some of our hypocritical politicians, just the state of current affairs sort of in the US and in the world. There are truths that a lot of people are afraid to say, and a lot of people find him very controversial because of that, even though what he says I think is what a lot of people are thinking. But if you look at sort of the mainstream music industry or the mainstream media, it's really all the same narrative, and he kind of calls out that narrative. So I think that's why the music industry doesn't totally like him. He's completely independent artist, so he doesn't have a fancy manager or a huge fancy record label. He does it himself. Every time he puts out a song, it tops the charts, so that's a huge achievement and a huge accomplishment. I've come from the sort of acting world where artists are trying to make it, and I have a lot of respect for independent artists just in general. So those are just several of the reasons why I like Tom MacDonald a lot and why I like to talk about him. Okay, I will shut up now and let's listen to this song. This one is called America, and here we go. Oh, sorry, I just hit the mic. Hopefully you didn't hear that. All right.
Lately, USA is getting scarier. Half of the Americans I see all hate America. They hate the cops doing their best to take care of us and kneel for the flag and salt the soldiers that we're burying. I'm tired of the pissing and complaining. Why you living in America if all you do is hate it? You think it's brave to take a stand against the nation? Real bravery is dying for the right so you can say it. Dear America, what happened to Americans? Apparently no one's aware or cares that it's embarrassing. It's arrogance. Our greatest enemy was always slavery and terrorism.
Wow, I knew it. We're only 30 seconds in. Tom is such a deep thinker, and he really thinks about the lyrics that he puts in. That's why we could have stopped at 5 seconds. Like he packs so much in to so little. There it is. And he's right. How many times do we talk about this? It's so ironic how it seems like everyone wants to come to America. We have these huge migrant caravans that come to America that risk their lives to get to this country, and half of us in this country just sit here and complain about it and talk about how terrible it is all the time, when literally people are risking their lives to get over here. And we demonize the people that protect us, our police officers, and now it's starting to go into our military, our border patrol. Are there bad people within those sectors? Absolutely. There's also bad teachers. There are bad mothers. There are bad people in every occupation because human beings are flawed, and wherever you have a lot of human beings, you're going to have corrupt human beings. And that's sort of the idiocy behind phrases like all cops are bad or all cops are the other B word that I'm not going to say, is because you could pick any profession and find people that are very corrupt. And I'm going off on a tangent, holy cow. I used to work in social work, so there was this whole idea about defunding the police, and people wanted to put social workers in place of police officers. And I'm like, you guys act like there are not corrupt social workers as well. I worked in mental health facilities where we had, not in my facility, but in other facilities, there were patients that passed away at the hands of people that were doing things wrong. So this happens in every sort of field. That's why when people are injecting these things and trying to demonize an entire group of people, it's usually for self-serving reasons, nefarious reasons. Okay, wow, that was a tangent. Let's keep listening.
I can't help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't Republicans or liberals, it's mental illness. The internet is only interested in left opinions. Cancel culture's got more power lately than the First Amendment. If you don't like it, leave. We will not defund police. We don't want no riots in our neighborhoods or in the streets. We respect freedom of speech. We protect what we believe. We don't want nobody dead, so please do not tread on me. In America, your freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, you say what we believe. My America, I won't ever take.
He's right about this. It seems like now if you are someone that just has moderate beliefs, if you don't like violence, if you don't like a lot of these things, you're labeled an extremist. It's like, I just want basic things. Safety, a little house.
You say what we believe, my America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags. America, does anybody know what the hell happened to the Patriots? Lately this nation is so ashamed and hating itself. Did everyone forget that people died to pay for this? Ungratefulness, United States gave everything to you just to help. I just want to celebrate Thanksgiving with my family. I don't need your help to understand it was a tragedy. Can I just be thankful for my country eating happily without you trying to guilt me for the genocide and casualty?
I have said this so many times that you have the freedom to hate on this country because we are a free country. In other countries, you're not allowed to speak out against the government. In a lot of countries, I don't know if you guys remember what just happened in Cuba when they were protesting. In Cuba, they don't have freedom of assembly. They have it, but you can't do it against the government. We're allowed to do that here against our government. We're allowed to get on the internet and speak out against our government. Well, some of us are. That's sort of changing now. But we are able to hate our country so much because our country is so free, if that makes any sense.
I can't help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't black or white, it's conflict designed by the system. I don't need your pronouns, all I see is men and women. Kids are taking pills for fun while people can't afford prescriptions. If you don't like it, go. Hate it, then don't call it home. We don't need no violence, got no time for all you radicals. Screw your status quo, we're not animals. I won't kneel for the anthem, cause the flag is what I'm standing for. In America, your freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, you say what we believe. My America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags. America, you can hate the government and still love the country. The fundamental values of America are concrete. Republicans and liberals are dumb, to put it bluntly. They're labels that they use to create chaos and corruption. You can know the history and still be proud of where you're from.
You can hate the government and still love the country. I really, really like that. What was he talking about? Thanksgiving? Yeah, even, when I was covering the riots in the last summer, my favorite was the people that were walking, or they were like, there was one thing, I think this was in San Diego, and I was actually in San Diego this weekend, but I didn't see this crowd. I saw it later on TV. But there's this like row of restaurants where people were just out like enjoying a dinner with family and friends. And we had been really locked down, so this is probably the first time that they were actually like sitting there enjoying dinner with family and friends in a while. And these protesters were walking around screaming at people just sitting down, telling them that they were on stolen land. That's what his Thanksgiving line reminded me of. And what I wanted those people to do really bad was just to look at the protesters and be like, so are you. What's your point? It's like, can I just eat dinner without it being political?
Every flag around the world is covered in a little blood. We started out United States divided is what we've become. If home is where the heart is, you should show America some love. In America, your freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, you say what we believe. My America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags. America.
I liked that one a lot. A lot. I loved it. He has such a good way. I think we were talking about this last night on the live stream too. He has this song. Maybe I'll do it on this channel. I don't think I reacted to this song on this channel. It's one of his older ones, and it's called No Lives Matter. I watched an ex-teacher react to that song, and he didn't know anything about Tom MacDonald. He was just told you should listen to this and react to it. And this was an ex-school teacher, a public school teacher, and the teacher was saying, it was really good. If I can find it, I'll link to it below. But the teacher was saying, you know, if I was still teaching, I would actually show this in my classroom, and I would spend several days just discussing it with my students and kind of analyzing it and talking about it. And I would almost do that with this song, only because I know people think it's controversial, but he's calling out both sides. He's calling out he's calling out any extreme, and I think he does a really good job of balancing it out. And it's really important for young people to know, especially people in school. I think about teachers pushing all of this CRT and their political activism instead of teaching kids how to be objective and how to understand what the media does and what politicians do in order to get elected. You know, in order to push certain policy, they will scare you in order for you to be like, yes, please raise my taxes. The world is going to end in 10 years. Yes, defund our police. All police are evil. They're all bad. Yes, I do need to elect you because the other person is a dictator. I mean, this is what they do to get elected, and this is what the media does to get ratings. If it bleeds, it leads. And we don't teach our kids that. We just teach them to be activists, and they fall for all this stuff. And in my opinion, probably causes more anxiety, more depression. It causes people to become radical. It causes kids, college-age kids who should be out having fun, having relationships, figuring out the world, learning how to be successful adults. Instead, they're marching around San Diego yelling at people, telling them they're on stolen land. El Sadian, can I eat chicken tenders without it being political? I loved it. I think his lyrics are really important. I think they're really smart. And I don't know if he's going to make a music video out of this one, but I thought it was awesome. And we take for granted the fact that it's weird because it's kind of going backwards right now, but the whole reason that you can disrespect the flag or disrespect whoever is in government is because we are so free, and people don't understand that and they don't appreciate that. And a lot of people put their lives on the line to keep us free. A lot of people put their lives on the line to come to this country, and there's nothing wrong with being proud of your country and feeling grateful that you were born in this country. If you were born in this country, you are some of the luckiest people in the whole world. And instead of being grateful and using that to help other people, we sit here and complain like a bunch of babies. Anyway, that's all I have. I really liked that one a lot. Let me know what you guys think about it. I'll link to the video down below. I always go and buy his songs. I think this one is on iTunes. I'm pretty sure it is. If it's on iTunes, I'm going to go buy it. I go and buy his songs every time he puts one out. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think of this song, and I'll see you later. Bye.